Welcome back, traders and investors. We have on the line from Brazil, Renato Santos. He's a full-time futures and Forex trader. He's been trading full-time for more than 10 years. He started trading stocks, but then he fell in love with options, and he also trades futures. Renato, how you doing today?
I'm fine. How about you, Joe? Thank you very much for having me here.
Oh no, it's fine. It's we're doing good here. It's a nice Friday in the Motor City. So let's talk about some of your trading experience. You said you started out with stocks, but then fell in love with options. Are you still active in the options market?
No, no, not really. I started as an investor, back in 1997, so it's almost 20 years ago. But I was buying a couple of stocks every 2 or 3 months and holding them. So it was just as an investment. But I got hooked in New York when I was with a customer because I come from the diamond business, and I used to do a lot of business in New York City. And one of my customers there, he was trading future. I didn't know at the time what it was. He was trading ES,
Mm-hmm.
the SP 500. And when I saw him making uh, $15,000 in half an hour, I got hooked with
Okay.
the business, because I thought I was making money on diamonds. And I realized there was a much bigger market than the one I was in.
Okay, so obviously to be trading, making that kind of money, he must have been trading some pretty good size then, correct? He wasn't like messing around with one lots. He must have been trading 10, 20, 50, 100 lots at a clip, correct?
I really don't know to tell you now, but I can imagine because I didn't know anything about futures at the time. I'm talking about 1994, 20 years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
So I was doing business in New York, and in the office, this guy just uh, took from the market $15,000 in half an hour. I said, "How come?" He said, "No, I have 100,000 accounts there." I said, "How come you made 15% in half an hour? That doesn't exist." He said, "Yes, it does exist." But I didn't know at the time that there was such things called NFP or FOMC. Those one of those crazy days when you make or lose. It depends on what you're doing, what you know about the market.
So, did you hop right into it? Did you try and educate yourself? How did you go about learning how to trade futures?
Yes. After I saw that, I started thinking one day I have to learn about this thing that this guy is doing. So after the 9/11, when the business got slow, the diamond business got really slow after the 9/11. So I was looking for some other business to be full time. So I started in 2004. I started trading uh, full time, day trading. But I still got stocks. And then I thought it was too slow, to make 1%. I was making 1% per trade, half percent. So I thought it was too slow. So I decided to jump into options, naked options. I had no idea what I was going into. So I don't need to tell you, I blew up my account very quickly. The
And how did
first,
how
that
did
was
you
the
do
first
that? How
time.
did you do it? Did you go with some in the money stuff and it went against you pretty quickly, or were you writing and kind of got burnt that way? How did you blow up your options account?
I didn't know anything about trading. I was like being in Vegas. Same thing as I'm betting in Las Vegas. I was doing the same thing with my trading account. I was just buying, and when I think I have to buy, and I was going short when I think market's going to drop, but I was wrong 99% of the time. So I blew the first account. I said, nah, no problem, $50,000. It's not gonna kill me. And I opened a new account and funded again, and I blew it again and again and again and again. So when I lost a decent amount of money, I said, this is no joke. I'm going to go broke if I don't do something really serious about it, if I don't face it as a business. So I decided to study. After I had lost a lot of money, I decided to study and to become a professional. And
What
that's when I went into the futures business.
and so what did you study? What did you study, Renato? What turned things around for you?
Well, first I started studying the technical analysis, to know how I could possibly know what's going to happen in the market or have an idea about what would happen in the market. And then I became a specialist on ES. And I studied a lot of psychology, a lot of risk management rules. And this is what has brought me here today. I can say that after the first 5, 6 years that I was losing consistently, I finally built a system that works consistently. I make very small money. I make very small result. I don't make. I don't go for the jackpot. I don't go for 20 pints a day on ES.
Well,
I
I
make,
mean, the environment we've been in, okay, it hasn't really been that kind of environment. Yesterday was a unusual day with the downside action. So, you said you developed a system, and I know you don't want to give away your secret sauce, but could you tell us, like, some of the basic tenets of your system? I mean, I could tell you. I don't know if you listen to our show. Dennis and I love the charts. We love technical formations, double tops, double bottoms. We also focus on the closing price of stocks. Can you tell us a little bit about what you like to look at?
well, I use several different tools, but the system that I created, of course, I didn't reinvent the wheel. I use the tools that are available on the market, such as indicators and the bread and butter and technical analysis, the everyday thing. And I also watch the close is very important for
Okay.
us, but not the daily close because we day trade on the ES, Joe. The ES is our favorite day trading instrument.
Are you active in the after hours and pre-market session? The SPOOs, they close at 5:15. They reopen at 6 o'clock and trade all night. Are you one of those traders that gets active in the pre-market, or do you just use that as as indicators for the upcoming session?
For me, the market is 24-hour market. It doesn't stop. I don't trade after the 5:15 p.m. close.
Okay.
I prefer to trade RTH, because I don't need to make 10, 20 points a day. I need to make 2, 3, 5 points a day on ES. That's all. So if I wanted to work only in the mornings, that would already be enough for me. Today I can make with the system that I use with very strict risk management rules. It works perfectly. I can make 2, 3 points every day. Of course, we also have some bad days, but most of our days are good days because we don't go for the big thing. We are not in a hurry to make money. We want to make money consistently. So I have a trading room, and there we have people from all over the world. I have people from the US, from the UK, from India, from Australia, any country you think, we have people trading with us because they learned our system and they use it and they understand it's something very consistent. And by the way, on Monday, I decided to start a challenge. We'll trade a $10,000 account and we'll trade it until we have $1 million in that account. The important thing about this challenge is our targets. We go little by little. We're not worried. We're not mostly concerned about getting to $1 billion in a hurry. Now, we are concerned about reaching our targets. Our first target is going to be 20%, $12,000. And for that on yes, we are going to trade two contracts. So we need to make 20 points on yes to reach the first target.
So when you're doing your trading, if you hit your, I mean, do you just have a goal, 2 to 3 points? You do that. If you make that within the first half hour of trading, you're done for the day. You hit your goal, you're done, or do you continue trading?
No, we continue, John. We don't limit ourselves on the game, but we do limit on the loss. For example, if we are stopped out 3 times in a row in a day, our stops are always 2 or 3 points on the yes. I don't know, people who are familiar with the yes know what I'm talking about, you know?
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 points is a small thing on the yes. So it's not gonna blow your account up if you get stopped out 3 times in a row. But that's something very rare to happen when we use our system. We do a lot of sitting in the trading room, Joe. We just take the trades that matches a certain criteria. Otherwise, we just watch the market. We have no problem with doing that.
Okay. So what are you looking at this morning?
Well, we had support at 1912 this morning, and we knew that if this support held and it didn't go below 1910, we would touch the 1925 area. And it was so quick, of course, because it's NFP day. So we had a trade this morning that it was worth more than 10 points already. So it's one of those exceptional days. You know, a very good start for the day.
So you don't trade after hours, but you do trade in the morning pre-market?
Yes, we do. We
Oh,
do.
okay.
When we have an important level being traded, because after all this fall we had this couple of days, this last couple of days, we knew market could hold in this 1912, 1908 area.
Okay.
And that's what happened overnight. You know, the market always work with patterns. The patterns always repeat themselves every time. All the numbers change. We learned that, Joe, by observing the market. We know that the patterns will repeat themselves over and over again. So we use that to take profit. You so anyone would say you're crazy after all this fall. How could you buy 1912? How do you know it was going to hold? Yes, because it repeats itself over and over again. So this is our biggest strength is to watch the patterns that the market's doing, because we know it repeats them over and over
Okay.
again.
All right, Renato. So we're gonna just finish things up here. I mean, you know you were honest with us, about the way you got a rough start there. So I guess your best advice to traders would be that do your homework before you throw 50K in an account, huh?
Well, yes, you have to study and learn how you're going to behave when the markets present such situations, so that you don't lose money, because it's very easy to lose money in this market.
It sure
As
is.
you,
It sure
most of the
is.
people will lose money.
Okay, we've had Renato Santos on the line, and he's a full-time futures and forex trader, really concentrating on the E-mini S&P futures, telling us about his rough start, but how he used discipline to turn it around. Thank you, Renato, and I hope the rest of your trading day goes well, and hope to speak to you again soon.
It's very nice talking to you, Joe.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.